The Legend of McDonaldland Lock is an episode of The Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald, a 6-episode animated series based around McDonald's mascot produced by the Kachu division of Klaxi Kupso from 1998 to 2003. Each episode was released on separate VHS tapes, with this episode only being available for purchase on CoolTunes.com from January 30th, 2003 to March 6, 2005, so there's only like a 2-year gap in between to buy it. The episode follows Ronald and his friends as they travel to Scotland in search for the Monster O McDonaldland lock as part of a competition to win $1 million for finding him. Meanwhile, 2 professors are building a fake monster to earn the prize money. On December 20th, 2014, an anonymous poster on the 4chan message board Co claimed to have a legitimate copy of the tape, claiming that if it was real, it would be released. He said, "It's neat that I found it or something because it's really lost. My older brother looked up to see how much the entire set was worth, but he couldn't find a set of 6. The anonymous user shared several photos of the tape and its cover, as well as low-resolution photos of the tape playing on a half-broken CRT television screen. On the condition that the tape would not be digitally uploaded, the anonymous user received offers up to $15,000 for it. On May 9th, 2015, the tape's anonymous owner claimed to have ripped it to his computer and was willing to sell it before uploading it to YouTube. Several screenshots of the tape were leaked by Lost Media Wiki user Inkling Boy throughout June 2015, proving that there are multiple people in possession of the tape. Inkling Boy leaked 2 segments of the episode's ending on YouTube on June 20th, 2015 in response to hundreds of requests for video evidence. He specifically instructed viewers not to duplicate or re-upload the segments. Then, on an unknown date, the channel and videos were removed. A YouTuber named GL Bracer uploaded an unlisted 18-second clip on July 12, 2015, which could be the tape's 3rd holder. Then, on August 14, 2015, a YouTuber named August Solem uploaded a 4-minute video that was not listed. Finally, on September 6, 2015, YouTuber Water Cartoon made the entire episode available to the public. Tony Hawk's Shred Session was a free-to-play iOS and Android mobile game. The game was an endless runner mobile game developed by BigBot and released by Activision. It had a limited launch on May 22, 2014, but was eventually cancelled and removed from the Android marketplace and the App Store due to negative feedback from fans and critics. The popularity of mobile gaming grew throughout the 2010s. Activision actually ported Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 to iOS in 2010 in order to capitalize on the growing popularity of mobile games. They did this at a time when the Tony Hawk series of games was experiencing a fall in popularity and sales. Tony Hawk then announced in October 2013 that he was ready to take on the mobile world and collaborate with Activision on Tony Hawk video games for mobile devices. Tony Hawk's Shred Session had a soft launch in May of 2014, launching in a few select countries around the world. Critics slammed the game for its repetitive gameplay. Tony Hawk then said in November 2014 that the game would be postponed indefinitely as the developers concentrated on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. The game was then removed from the Android marketplace and App Store after this notification. The game played a lot like the popular mobile game Temple Run. Players would control a skateboarder and do various tricks down a continuous hill while trying to avoid obstacles that could derail the player. As the player did tricks, the score of the player went up. Then, out of nowhere on October 8, 2018, Lost Media Wiki forums user MorpsYK uploaded the entire IPA file for the game onto Mega. My Life Me is a Canadian-French animated show aimed at preteen audiences which ran for 1 season. The show follows Birch Small, a girl who wants to be a comic book artist and is attempting to get through high school with her friends. Birch is a manga and anime lover, and the show's art style reflects this, with aspects like sweat drops, characters comically exploding into super deform mode, and speech bubbles in the style of a comic book. Although it was only broadcast on Teletoon, the show was nominated for a few Canadian TV and animation awards during its runtime. The show is said to have planned a whole range of merchandise as well as a heavily interactive website. The Flash-heavy website was online until 2015. However, it is now offline and none of the Wayback Machine captures appear to be working except the first placeholder page. The show's investors, a Germany company called TV Loonland, appeared to be eager to promote My Life Me in 2009, but were forced to declare bankruptcy in early to mid-2010. As a result, the show was lost in the shuffle with only 1 season created and sold to international markets. User Ian Olivia of the Lost Media Wiki was able to contact Canadian animator GC Little, who worked on the show, via Twitter in April 2016. Despite the negative press in the United States, she claimed that My Life Me has a following in Malaysia, Mexico, and France. The show was then postponed until 2011 on the Canadian Teletoon channel. Against all odds, Tumblr user Mellow Margarine discovered all of the remaining lost episodes of the animated series in January of 2017. Following that, all of the episodes were uploaded on Vimeo. Although the Vimeo page has been removed, every episode has been re-uploaded to YouTube. Sega released Super Mario Ball Mini in 2001 as an online flash game to coincide with a Nintendo GameCube title, Super Monkey Ball. It was regarded as an outstanding flash game at the time, with 3-dimensional courses that could be rotated and tilted to guide Ai to the goal. There were also 9 floors to choose from, however there was a 10th floor that could only be reached by beating floor 9. Unfortunately, in the mid-2000s the game was taken down, rendering it practically unplayable. Only the SWF for the menu stub survived for many years, with the remainder of the game being lost. This is because the game was spread out over several SWFs stored in one location, instead of storing all the assets into one SWF file. The music, graphics, and levels were all a part of this. Then on May 18th, 2017, Lost Media Wiki user Pico found the full game in its entirety except for floor 10 and the ending screen and music on their website DawnPixel. However, 3 years later on March 12th, 2020, Jesses found the entire game including the 10th floor as well as the ending screen and music on Mike Dobbins' website as well as the Banana Blitz mini flash game. Habbo Islands was a Nokia N-Gage game that was supposed to be released in 2005 but was never released. Sulake Incorporation developed Habbo Island for the mobile phone market to coincide with their other mobile game, Habbo Dreams, which was released for Sony Ericsson phones in 2004. Habbo Island would have been a single-player adventure set on an island in Habbo Southern Hemisphere. There are 20 missions in total ranging from animal care to treasure hunting to building structures. Also, a promised feature for the game was cross-messaging with Habbo Hotel players. Sulake launched Habbo Hotel in the United States in September 2004 and the game's popularity skyrocketed. They then announced in October 2005 that a spin-off game for the Nokia N-Gage called Habbo Islands would be released in the second half of 2006, hoping to cash in on the success of Habbo Hotel in the growing mobile phone game market. The game was put on hold because the development team felt the hardware requirements weren't quite there yet. So they put it on hold until February 2005 where they began work on a prototype for the N-Gage platform. The completion of Habbo Island is estimated to be between 90% and 100%, so it's basically done. Habbo Island was quietly cancelled at an unknown date due to declining sales and lack of popularity of the Nokia N-Gage. However, there have been multiple builds of the game released. The most recent is 1.0.7, which was actually used to create the E3 demo. According to rumors, 50 to 150 copies of the game were made for testing purposes. On January 1st, 2014, a copy of Habbo Islands running on the E3 build of the game surfaced. The YouTuber Reja bought it on eBay with the Nokia N-Gage development unit. He then dumped it and made a download available in the same day. But it was actually copy protected and wouldn't work on regular Nokia N-Gage phones. Then a user named Mupf cracked it and made it playable on all N-Gages on November 17th, 2020. Soon after, the N-Gage scene released a crack which can be downloaded online. Nightmare Ned was a television series created by Terry Shakespeare, Sue Shakespeare, and David Molina. Walt Disney Television Animation and Creative Capers Entertainment collaborated on the project. A Disney Windows PC game with the same title was actually released around the same time as the show. However, it only aired on ABC for a few weeks from April 9th to August 9th, 1997. It had a total of 12 half-hour episodes with most of them consisting of 2 segments, except for episode 12 which had 3. The show was then cancelled mainly due to the episodes often running over budget, and the creator of the show, Walt Dom, had creative differences with the producer Donovan Cook. The show follows Ned Needlemayer, a 10-year-old boy voiced by Cortland Mead, as he deals with his daily troubles throughout his wacky nightmares about topics like a school crush, going to the dentist, and school bullies. Victoria Jackson and Brad Garrett, who plays mother and father, try to assist Ned deal with his troubles. Unfortunately, there's never been a home media release of the show, nor have there been any reruns. The show will almost certainly never be broadcast on television again, as ABC Disney wrote it off as a tax write-off, similarly to other failed projects. Despite this, all episodes of the show have been found online in English of various quality, with the Greek version being found first, followed by the English dub. All of the episodes have been found and can be viewed online. Phineas and Ferb Spot the Diff was a 2-hour special that aired on the Disney Channel on August 8, 2008 during the beginning seasons of Phineas and Ferb. In this event, minor changes to episodes were made, such as irregularities in a character's haircut, color scheme, and other details, as a challenge to viewers to determine the total number of such differences in an episode, which could then be seen on the official website for the show. A Lost Media Wiki user was contacted by someone from El Salvador, saying that the lost episodes from the Spot the Diff marathon are available on a Latin American website called PyFlatino.com. The episodes are only available in Spanish, but they are also in really good quality. All episodes were eventually uploaded to YouTube by the user TheDriver2001 and were available in Spanish only. Those have since been taken down for copyright though. Then on June 16, 2017, the Zapster uploaded all the episodes to vid.me in English. However, vid.me has since shut down, but then 1 month later he re-uploaded all of them to Internet Archive. Dr. Rabbit was established as the mascot for Colgate's Bright Smiles, Bright Futures initiative in 1994. The character has appeared in numerous BSBF related items and continues to do so now. In 1996, coinciding with the release of Dr. Rabbit's World Tour, came an audio tape with a new Dr. Rabbit story called The Tale of Dr. Rabbit, and a song called Play a Game with Dr. Rabbit. The first side of the cassette contains Play a Game with Dr. Rabbit. It is a song about counting from 1 to 10, associating each number with a healthy dental habit. The Tale of Dr. Rabbit is on the cassette's second side. It's about a young boy who won't brush his teeth. As a result, plaque monsters appear. To combat the plaque monsters, the child brushes his teeth. Throughout the rest of his life, the boy continues to brush his teeth and the monsters never bothered him again. YouTube user Tamencog uploaded the entire audio from both sides on the cassette on October 16, 2016, but his YouTube account was deleted and the audio was lost once more. Then YouTube user $5footlong re-uploaded the videos with the audio on August 3, 2018. They've since been stitched together and uploaded to the Internet Archive. In 2001, San Diego-based rapper J.O. Felony released a diss track titled True Up targeted at Jay-Z that called him out as a phony. This ended up essentially going nowhere as J.O. hadn't made an album since. During this time, Jay-Z and J.O. Felony began beefing for unexplained reasons. It's been suggested that it was related to J.O.'s departure from the label. According to an MTV News report, J.O. was offended by Jay-Z's attitude and perceived belittling of the West Coast hip-hop community. Jay-Z is also said to have tried to prevent the song from being released. Allegedly, a music video was released and aired on MTV or BET once. It's unknown why it was essentially banned, but it's been speculated Def Jam Records got it off the air. The music video has not been released in any fashion since its alleged TV premiere, and while it was allegedly uploaded to YouTube in 2010 by a user on the sickness.net forums, it was later taken down. Then roughly 10 years later, a user named T published a low-quality version of the music video to YouTube on March 16, 2021. The Other Side of the Wind was an unfinished, unreleased film written and directed by Orson Welles that was shot between 1969 and 1976. The plot revolves around a golden age film director who is striving to recover from a break in his career. He intends to make a new picture in the new Hollywood tradition, but he is then murdered in a vehicle accident shortly after, prompting friends and reporters to speculate that his death was a suicide. They then learn various mysteries about him while looking at footage from a recent birthday party. When Orson initially started filming, he focused on the film within a film side of directing. Financial difficulties then led him to suspend filming several times, as they did with many of his abandoned projects. Because John Huston hadn't been cast yet, conversation scenes were frequently shot over a year apart. The film was eventually completed to nearly half its length, but Iranian authorities seized it and put it on hold permanently since one of its funders was the brother-in-law of the recently overthrown Iranian Shah. Despite the existence of 2 copies of the work print and several announcements by producers and directors that they would finish the film, a dispute over the film's ownership had slowed progress. The film was also mostly uncut, and Orson left 10 hours of uncut footage behind, of which just a few tiny snippets had made it into the public eye. On March 14, 2017, Netflix announced that they acquired the rights to The Other Side of the Wind, and would seek to complete and restore the film. And then a bit over 1 year later, on November 2, 2018, Netflix officially released a restoration of the entire film to their website.